Hello crafters, Flavia here and welcome to day 21st of the Spellbinders 2025 Crafty Advent Calendar series. So yesterday we did open this box over here, and yesterday's surprise was a very small spaceship die set, and this is the note card that I created with yesterday's surprise. If you missed that video, make sure to check it out by clicking on the link in the description box down below. And now we're gonna go ahead and open door number 21, which is, wow, I'm having a really hard time finding it. I must be tired. Actually, it's not my fault because it is the smallest door in this calendar. So I am very curious about what's inside. So again, using a craft knife, I'm gonna try to be as careful as I can opening this, because I want to keep these beautiful designs intact. Okay, it is a sentiment, either a sentiment stamp or a sentiment die plate. Let's take a look. It is a small sentiment die set. Okay, so let's remove the original packaging. And here is a closer look. So today's surprise is a small sentiment die set that reads Best Wishes. So off screen I cut out all of these pieces from Spellbinders shimmery black cardstock, and I cut it 3 times so I can stack them up for dimension. However, if you don't like the extra dimension on your projects, you can definitely skip this step. To adhere these pieces together, I'm using the Bearly Art glue that I transfer to this very small bottle with a needle tip. Okay, so here is a closer look at the die cut sentiment after I stacked it up 3 times, so it's pretty thick, which is what I prefer to make this sentiment better stand out once I glue it to my note card. So today I'm gonna create a note card using this die cut sentiment, and I think I want to make a birthday note card. So I'm gonna set this die cut sentiment aside for now, and this is my card base. This is a fun-shaped A2 size note card. To cut out this card base as well as these panels that I am going to glue to my note card, I used this die set by Spellbinders. This is the Scallop Labels and Tags die set. It comes with 11 cutting plates in various sizes, and I did use the largest plate to cut out this fun-shaped note card, and the second largest plate included in this die set to cut out these other panels that I will glue to this note card. On day 3 of this series, I did show how I cut out a fun-shaped card base, so if you missed that video, make sure to check it out. However, today, in order to save us some time, I did do so off screen, and now I am going to go ahead and adhere these panels to my note card. So using liquid glue, I am going to adhere 2 white panels inside this note card to make it feel heavier so it better stands on display, and I am going to glue 1 white panel onto each side of this note card. Now I am going to close this and adhere this light blue panel to the front of my note card, and this is where I am going to create a scene, and I cut it slightly smaller so I can have 2 colors at the front, the white showing from the white note card and then the light blue panel. I'm gonna try to center this as best as I can, and then I'm gonna use these magnets to hold these down as the glue dries. In the meantime, I am going to cut out all of the needed pieces to create a fun scene for this note card. So here are the pieces that I cut out off screen. I actually want to move this. So you probably recognize this one if you have been watching the videos for this series. To cut out these pieces, the rabbit in a hat and the wand, I used die plates included in this very fun die set that we got on day 3 of the 2025 Crafty Advent Calendar. So I used these plates to cut out these pieces over here, and because I want to make a birthday note card, I went ahead and cut out these 2 sets of balloons on a string, and to cut out these pieces, I used an older set by Spellbinders, which is this one. I love using this set because we can cut out many adorable critters with this set. This is by Spellbinders, and it was released as the die of the month for November 2024, and I still cannot get over how adorable this set is. So in this set, we have these 2 plates that I used to cut out a set of 3 balloons on a string. And I actually have some examples of the adorable critters that we can create with this die set, which are these two. Love it. And by the way, I also cut out some very small stars from holographic cardstock. To cut out these tiny pieces, I used this very small plate included in the die set from day 3. With this plate, we can cut out 3 small stars at once, which is such a time saver. So I have been using that small plate a lot actually. So let's go ahead and create our scene. To do so, I'm going to begin by playing around with these pieces to figure out the best placement for each piece. And of course, we cannot forget about the die cut sentiment. Okay, so this is how I plan on adhering these pieces. So I am gonna go ahead and use these magnets to hold this panel in place as I glue my die cut pieces. To hold the very small pieces, I'm gonna use a pair of self-lock tweezers and add a little bit of glue in the back of this die cut. I'm gonna begin by adhering the sentiment at the bottom of this blue panel, and whenever I apply too much glue, I like to just tap it onto a clean cloth to remove the excess before adhering the die cut to my panel. This way I won't have too much glue oozing out. Next, it's gonna be the balloons, so we're gonna have one on each side of this panel. Again, I'm gonna add glue in the back and adhere this one on the left side. I'm gonna use my magnet to press it down as the glue dries, and in the meantime I'm gonna add glue to this other set of balloons, and this one is gonna go on the right side, also on a diagonal. Oops. Oh, you didn't. So now to adhere the bunny in the hat, I actually want to use foam squares so it has a little bit of dimension. So behind the black die cut, I'm gonna add black foam squares, and this is by Spellbinders. Then behind the white die cut, which is the bunny head, I'm gonna add small white foam squares. Now we can remove the backing paper from each foam adhesive. Then I can glue this piece right in the center between these two sets of balloons. Now I need to add the die cut wand, and this is gonna be like so, on a diagonal. So now, as a final touch, I am going to add these holographic die cut stars, and as usual I'm gonna begin by playing with the placement, and once everything looks good, I will go ahead and permanently glue these holographic stars in place using liquid glue. Okay everyone, so here is the note card. Since I just never know when to stop when adding embellishments, I just went ahead and added all of the die cut stars that I had, and this is how it's gonna be. Now for the sentiment, I actually want to stamp one sentiment to the flap of my envelope, and this is the envelope. I'm gonna be using white A2 size envelope, and I added a cardstock strip at the flap to match the front panel, and I think I want to stamp the sentiment happy birthday. So to stamp this, I'm going to be using my mini Misty stamping tool. I'm going to begin by positioning the envelope on the corner of my Misty, and these magnets are going to help me hold this envelope in place as I stamp the sentiment. So I'm placing the clear stamp over the blue cardstock strip. Now I'm going to close the door to pick up the stamp, and I'm going to use black pigment ink to stamp the message that reads happy birthday. So this is the envelope. Now I think I want to also stamp a message, a birthday message inside the note card as well. By the way, this clear stamp is part of a really old stamp set, which is this one, and this was released as the clear stamp of the month for July 2021. So it's really old, but I still find myself using this set a lot because it has really beautiful messages. So this is where the happy birthday sentiment stamp came from. Now inside the note card, I also want to stamp a sentiment, a birthday sentiment. And to do so, usually I stamp the sentiment onto the panel before gluing it to the note card, but I wasn't really thinking. So now I'm gonna switch to my regular size Misty stamping tool so I can fit this whole note card inside. And I'm gonna place this open inside my Misty And the plan is to stamp one message onto the right side inside this note card. So usually when it comes to birthday sentiments, I find myself reaching for this set a lot, which is the Stampendo's Birthday Messages stamp set. So today I am going to choose this one at the bottom that reads "Sending warmest wishes for your happiness today and always." So I'm gonna position the clear stamp where I want to stamp the message. Then I'm gonna close the door to pick up the stamp, which means I can go ahead and add ink to the clear stamp that is stuck to the door. Now I'm gonna gently close the door to stamp the message, and I'm gonna do this a second time. So here is the completed note card along with the matching envelope. Again, inside we have a birthday message, and at the front we have this really cute scene that I created using an older set by Spellbinders along with a new one from day 3, and I love the result. By the way, to add some sparkle to these balloons, I went over them with this shimmer pen over here, which is one of my most used tools in my craft room. So this completes this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching and felt inspired to create. Remember to tune in tomorrow for the reveal of the surprise behind door number 22. As always, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Take care and happy crafting!